Hello, Brick Sculptors, and welcome back to Brick Sculpt. This is Chris, and today we're going to talk about this piece. This is piece 86996, and in Bricklink speak, this is called Brick Modified 1x1 by 2/3 with open stud. If we're talking Lego speak on Lego Online Pick-a-Brick, this is called Plate 1x1 by 2/3. Now, when this piece first came out, I started to question, do we really need this piece? It seemed kind of redundant, and I didn't totally understand the purpose for it. As we know with the typical Lego system, we have the classic plate and brick, and our brick is the same height as 3 plates. Well, introducing this new piece, we now have a size that fits right in between there and is 2 plates tall. And my initial thought with this piece was, okay, why do we need one that's 2 plates tall? Why can't we just stack 2 plates and achieve the same thing? Now, it's also worth noting this is not the only heights of a 1x1 square piece. We also have this piece and even this piece, but they're all in brick high increments. This is 3 bricks and this is 5 bricks. So what is the purpose of this piece? Well, there's one feature about this piece that makes it super unique, and that is the open stud. The open stud is something that I've been advocating for on more Lego pieces for a long time, and I think that it is kind of the future of Lego. Now, if we look at pieces historically that have had open studs, this is what we get. There are other pieces, but this is a pretty good sampling of what's out there. Most of them are going to be round, and most of them are going to be plates. It's very rare to see a brick height piece. Now, there are also pieces that are hollow studs, and these often come in more square sizes. But none of them are just traditional bricks. We have the brick with Technic cross. Also, the brick with Technic pin would fit in here too. Brick with a clip, jumper plates, they all have hollow studs, and they are in square dimensions, not round. You can also get ridiculous and go real big with some of these, as they do make this piece in both standard stud and hollow stud, but not open stud. Now, there are a few pieces that fit into the open stud that are also squared and not round. For one, the Travis brick. The Travis brick has open studs on all sides. We also have the headlight brick. Well, kind of. Not like that. But the headlight brick can also be positioned on its side, which would give you a squared off piece with an open stud. But it wasn't until adding this piece that we finally had a traditional 1x1 square with an open stud. So therein lies the utility in this piece, at least for me. The height is not super important, but the open stud is actually kind of a game changer. You see, in the past, if we had a piece like this and we wanted to convert it to be able to hold a bar on top, we would need some sort of modification. The simplest would probably be something like this, but it brings it to a round shape, and the bar doesn't stick in very far. Now, you could also put a full brick height of a round 1x1, and the bar will stick in farther, which might work for your build, but it does kind of mess with that profile. Well, now for the first time, we can actually keep that 1x1 square profile and have the ability to stick our bar in top all the way. You see, if this piece was only 1 plate high, the bar would only stick in that far. So it is nice to be able to get the bar all the way in there to a point where it's nice and secure. Obviously, this one has a stopper on it, but some don't. But having it go in all the way makes for a more secure connection than just on a plate height here. Now, some of my favorite applications for this would be burying things in the ground. We'll take our bricks, build them right into a surface, and allow us to connect bars flush with the surface. Previous to this, we'd had to use a round there, or possibly one of these jumpers, which isn't going to have as firm of a connection, So that's a pretty useful application. This is just a little design of a fence, but you could do anything. You do flag poles or posts or whatever, anything you need to do with a bar connected to the ground. So I think that's a pretty useful application. Also, as a detail piece, I think these in dark orange make perfect little terracotta pots, but you could also use this for a number of different small detail pieces. It is the right height, and any bar element that you want will fit right inside of it, which is pretty cool. I also did one of these where I flipped it over. Now this piece here, the 2x2 round with anti-stud, or the donut piece, by the way, Lego, if you're listening, make this in a 2x2 square. The whole Lego world will thank you, because you could do so much stuff like embedding things into the ground like that, but with the round, you're so limited. It is a good piece, don't get me wrong, but you can only do so much with round. Anyway, little flower pot there, and I actually did this on the anti-stud, which just makes for the perfect flower pot, and we can put our plant down in there. Now the legs on this little coffee table, the ones on this side are the 2/3 height, and the ones over here, I stacked 2 plates. So you can see the difference. I mean, this definitely looks better, but is it necessary for that? No, I mean, it's definitely redundant. Now the final application I can think of that's really handy for this piece is you can now do stud reversal. Because these are open studs, we can connect them with a bar, and you can do a brick-shaped stud reversal. That could come in really handy. And you can do it in different lengths. Depending on whatever bar you put in there, you can stack as many of these as you want to do a stud reversal. But you do have to use these because of the open studs. Now if you wanted this even longer, without open studs, you could put other stuff on the end. So you could add on to this infinitely with just normal bricks. But you do have to have the bar pieces for the stud reversal there. You could also do cool patterns. You could work that into a railing or some greebling somewhere, and having the studs face each other on a bar, kind of cool application. Well, that's everything I've figured out for this piece, and now I want to hear from you guys. One of the main reasons I make these videos is to teach, but more to learn. For myself to learn, and hopefully you guys learn, but I learn as much from these videos as you guys do because of all the amazing comments that you guys leave. So let me know below what you think of this piece. Number 1, let me know if you think it's necessary. Number 2, let me know some good uses that maybe I missed in this. And let me know what your favorite uses are for this piece and how you've used it in the past. Well, if you have any questions, please leave them below in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. If you like these videos, please like and subscribe. I'm going to do more just like this in the future. That's all I got for this time, and we will see you next time.